Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers,
Touchdown Auburn!
the Alabama Crimson Tide,
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown run.
and everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening now. We're past afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I am Andy Graham. Alongside Luke Robinson, we'll be with you for the next couple of hours, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of sports. We are fast approaching the first game of the college football season. I can't get here soon enough. Practice going on. Auburn had their first scrimmage. I guess it's official. Alabama named Ty Simpson the starter for game one today.
Last night.
Malcolm Simmons from here in Alexander City has been cleared. Charges have been dropped against him for domestic violence, I suppose, would be the classification. So that's, good for him. There's obviously a little bit more to that story that I won't get into.
Well,
so that's fine.
I'm going to say this. I am thrilled for him. Not thrilled is a bad word because it's a pretty ugly incident all the way around. But I'm glad he has. I don't know. The charges have been dismissed.
I'm glad his career is not over.
Yeah, I'm glad his career is not over. It's not lost on me though that the same people that are just killed the Courtney Upshaws or Brandon Millers or whatever have no problem saying, well, let's just let it play out when it's their person. So I hope I hope that really it's more a lesson to everybody else. Like, just see what happens. Yeah, because
somebody did die in the Brandon Miller situation, right?
But he didn't do it.
I get that.
But I mean, just because they died, just because you're there, doesn't mean you did it. He didn't do it.
But he did have the gun.
But you can't,
right?
even as an Auburn fan right now, you can't say, you've got a point, Luke. You can't do it right now. You just learned a huge lesson, and you can't learn it.
Of course.
Auburn people can't learn it.
I wasn't one of the ones talking about Brandon Miller, and that's the point.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you were there. You would know, sure.
Well, I'm just saying.
Why bring it up then?
Well, because I think it's one of those things where I am really sort of, like I have learned that you should let it just chill for a minute, because I'll tell you this, I've seen some Alabama folks say, well, they probably paid so-and-so off. And I've seen even some cynical Auburn people on message boards say, well, they probably paid so-and-so. I don't think any of that happened. My guess is there was some heat of the moment stuff. Sometimes cops get involved. Things get said that aren't really meant. And then when you get to the bottom of it and cooler heads prevail, I think the right thing happened. And I think Malcolm's a good dude. I've heard nothing but good things about that kid. Nothing until this. Nothing but good things. So I am happy that, because I want him to represent this community. I honest to God do. I'm not going to pull for him for Auburn to do well, but I'll pull for him to do well. I have no problem with that at all. But it is one of those situations where I'm like, this should be a lesson to all of us. Just when something happens, just give it a minute, let it breathe, and let's just see what we can find out.
I agree 100%.
Okay.
I would agree 100% with that, Luke. Okay. I think that was outstanding what you just said.
It is outstanding. I'll be honest, it's the most poignant thing I've said in years.
I would have, obviously, I wouldn't have said anything about it. But, I mean, look, I think comparing the Brandon Miller thing is a little apples
and oranges. Tell me why.
Because somebody died and because he had possession of a gun.
No, he didn't have possession of the gun. That's the other problem. You don't even know the story.
I don't know the story.
He didn't have the possession.
I know what was reported.
No, it was never that he had the possession. Okay. He didn't know there was a gun in his car.
But he transported it by accident to the
Correct, but I mean, so that again.
I'm not saying
I could say the other way around. Brandon Miller has less to do with the other.
I'm not saying there's any intent involved.
You can't. I mean, you just can't do it. It's so unbelievable. You can't just say we should be together as one on this, and you can't do it.
That's the one particular case. You
just can't. Okay, all right. I give up. I give up. Just you can't do it. It's unbelievable. just an Auburn person cannot agree with an Alabama person under no circumstance.
I say every time, let the facts play out. Let the whole story. I agree with that.
You just
100%.
admitted you don't even know the Brandon Miller story. So how can you say anything about it?
What do I not know that was just said?
You just said he had possession. You didn't. He didn't.
Okay, so it's semantics about possession. If it's in the car,
it is when it's important. It is, like you said, when somebody perishes, it's very important.
It was not in his hand, but it was in his car.
Correct, but if you don't know it's in your car, it's sort of like, oh my God. I mean, there are a lot of again. I think
if I don't know that there's a dead body in the trunk, okay, but I mean, I'm still going to have that's still going to be an issue.
If you come out and say, "Hey, I borrowed if it was my cousin's car and he had I would listen to your story.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to just throw you in the gulag the minute I open the trunk. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. If just give it a minute. I mean, it's wrong. Honestly, I do hate this. I hate the fact that, like, Malcolm's mugshot was put everywhere. I mean, I don't think that's right. Now, there's some other people who are like, hey, you know, if you don't want to do
if you get arrested, you get a mugshot.
I understand
that's public
that.
domain.
I understand that. I'm just saying there's something about it, though, when it gets dismissed, it's like you can't take that mugshot back.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not saying
like, I don't think that's fair for Malcolm.
I'm not saying Malcolm is completely innocent here by any means, because the charges were dropped.
But I have no problem saying, yeah, that's probably true. And I'd say the same thing about Brandon. Yeah, you were out late or you were in a fight. I don't care. But I'm saying there's a difference between being complicit with something and also just getting caught up in something and then things got out of hand and somebody took the story too far.
Okay.
And I think that's what may have happened with the Malcolm thing. And I'm like, I don't think it's fair that he gets plastered everywhere as like this criminal and the charges are dismissed. I just don't like that. I know that's the way the system is. I know that's the way it works. But something about it doesn't seem right. Just like when the story came out, again, I'm using Brandon Miller as an example here. Everybody thought, oh, he was there and he fired the shot. Well, I mean, once you got into the story a little more, you're like, oh, I can kind of see how this was wrong place at wrong time. I can see that. Now, if you want to say, well, you shouldn't be out that late, well, who are you to judge? I bet you when you were in college, we were all out late. You know, I know I was.
Okay.
Now, I go to bed at 9 now. But, you know, when I was 22, it's different than when I'm 52.
Right.
But all I'm saying is I never took pleasure in, you know, Malcolm being put out there as like, this is who he is. All the good stuff that I had heard about him went away in one picture. And I don't think that's fair. And now I still think he's a good person. Just I think I've met him once or twice, but I don't know him like Brett and Randy do, and they have done nothing but sing his praises, and I trust them. So I think he is a good person, and I think it's unfortunate that some people will always equate him with that mugshot, and I don't think that's fair. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. But, and I don't have any problem with that, but the other side of that coin is, again, I'm not going to litigate it again. There's no point in it. I'm just saying, just because the charges were dropped, just because, you know, certain things come to light or, you know, things are dismissed, doesn't mean something untoward didn't happen.
Agreed.
And I say, you know, this is, like you said, a point to a lesson to be learned, that when you put yourself in a dangerous situation or you put yourself in a bad situation, whether it's intentional or not, you find yourself, there's ways to avoid those kind of things.
Well, and the other thing that happens in a situation like this, and I'm not saying you're doing that necessarily, you kind of are, but I'm glad because it helps illustrate what I'm talking about, because I do it too. We're all guilty of this. When something like that happens, you remember when the Ole Miss girl, apparently, and I can't remember her name, there was like all these rumors that she was having an affair with the father of her fiance or something like that. And like everybody jumped on that story on Twitter and ran with it. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was reading all of it too. And I bought in hook, line, and sinker, you know, just thinking, yeah, this sounds very plausible. Well, it turns out it just wasn't right. But the initial thought, I think, of most everybody on Twitter was, well, I bet you she was doing something with him. And that's, you didn't even know who this girl was 10 minutes ago. Now you're convinced she is as nefarious as anybody on the planet. And it's sort of like the Malcolm thing.
What girl are we talking about? Oh,
the Ole Miss girl.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I'm saying that in the Malcolm situation, I'm with you. I do believe this, but I feel like part of it is our justifying how we bought into the story so immediately, because we don't want to feel guilty that, like, oh, we were too quick to judge. But I think what I'm saying is you're going, hey, something went down, and I agree with you. I agree with you.
I'm not guessing about that.
I know. Something went down. I know.
The police said there were marks on her neck. He did put his hands on her neck. Now, obviously, there was some justification for that.
And
for that to actually be justified, your mind starts to go, my God,
what did she do? But do we know that he did put his hands on her neck? I don't know that. I'm wondering if, like, because it sounds like this could have been a situation, and again, I probably shouldn't even throw hypotheticals out there because then I'm just adding fuel to the flames. I'm just saying, could it have been something where maybe they were self-inflicted, or maybe they came from somewhere else, and then in the heat of the moment, the cops noticed it and the story got sort of twisted and turned? Could it have been that?
I suppose anything is possible.
I'm just saying, with the charges dismissed,
I don't think you get arrested with the tagline of strangulation without some sort of physical manifestation.
I'm not saying there were no marks there. I'm not saying he didn't do that. I'm just saying I think it's sort of benefit of the doubt here. I don't know.
I apologize to Malcolm. I didn't mean to. This is rehashing something. This is making it worse when we were trying to make it better.
No, I think what we're really, I don't think we're trying to make it worse. I think the story's out there.
To it. There is no intent here. Again, that's the point.
The story
you can do it by accident.
The story is out there. And you know, was it yesterday or today that everything was dismissed? It could have been last night. And you know, the first thing I did, I read some comments and tweets and whatever, and there were literally some Auburn people saying, I just still don't like him representing my university. I'm like, why? What if he didn't do anything? So you're saying if you get accused of something and then there's nobody ends up filing charges about it, you still want to believe what happened?
Here's part of the other problem, though. He applied for youthful offender status.
Okay.
And I don't know how that works. I don't quite understand. I know for a fact that he did plead, or whatever you do, for a youthful offender. Normally that means, you know, and from my understanding, which is not very deep, but that's like basically your get out of jail free card. You know, you can use it one time, you know, when you're of a certain age, you know, even though you did something, you know, against the law, maybe it's a youthful offender, you get a lesser sentence, or you don't serve any time. Again, that's a gross oversimplification of it, but nonetheless, he did do that. Now, it was reported that the charges were dropped. I don't know if they were dropped and that he didn't actually have to be considered a youthful offender. I'm not sure about all that, but if you do plead youthful offender, that automatically, in my mind, rightly or wrongly, says, well, that's kind of, maybe something did, you know, obviously something did happen, but all parties said it's better that we just let this go.
Yeah, and again,
that's a long way around for I don't know.
Well, it is, but I go back to, and again, I know it's the way it works. I know it's all, you know, free to the public. It's all this stuff, but there is something about, I don't like this image of a young man as this, and then when everything's dismissed, it's not like you can put up a anti-mugshot where he's like, hey, I didn't do anything. You know, you can't do that. The mugshot's already ingrained. I just don't like that. And I know it's the way it is. I know a lot of people will probably think I'm crazy. I'm just saying that I guess I've never thought about it that much until it was somebody from this community, and I saw about comments on Facebook, and you know, some people were saying, hey, you know, everything comes to the light, and I was like, well, I'm sort of like you, that I don't think this whole thing was completely fabricated, but I also think that if he's not being charged, okay, I mean, That's his thing. If he wants to continue to be with this woman, that's up to him. I mean, I can offer an opinion on it, but I can at the same time, if that's what he wants, that's what he wants. I just hope nothing like this comes up again. I don't think it will. I think Malcolm's a good kid. Like I said, I'm going on the word of people like Brett and Randy who have been around him a lot, and they speak nothing but very, very highly of him. So, here's hoping this thing does just sort of go away.
Yeah, back to the headline. Malcolm Simmons has been cleared of wrongdoing. So as far as the eyes of the justice system, he is fine. I don't foresee him being suspended or anything of that nature. So he's going to be playing against Baylor. That's a good thing for Auburn for sure. All right, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll continue our SEC preview tonight. We'll look at the Arkansas Razorbacks, the Ole Miss Rebels, and the Missouri Tigers. The AP poll out as well. We'll take a look at that. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. More to come right after this.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We're your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Castelluccio Fine Italian Dining in downtown Alexander City is rapidly becoming the region's standard for Italian cuisine, as well as hand-cut filet mignon, fresh Gulf seafood, and the area's best Italian import wine selection. We offer true old-world charm with unmatched hospitality. Like Castelluccio Fine Dining on Facebook to keep up with daily lunch and dinner specials. Also new, we offer catering for your family and small business, so call and order. Castelluccio, downtown Alexander City, where the only thing that rivals the flavor is the dining experience.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
I'm Karen Chanel, your State Farm agent in Alexander City, Alabama, and the greater Lake Martin area. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your discounts. How many of you are entitled to discounts that you may or may not be receiving? One of the easiest discounts on your homeowner's insurance is that of having a fire extinguisher. Coupled with a deadbolt lock and a smoke alarm, that gives you an automatic discount on your homeowner's policy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by JR Sports Bar and Grill. Wonderful place to have lunch or dinner in the downtown Alexander City area. Great food, great people, great atmosphere there at JR's Sports Bar and Grill. All right, the practice, like we talked about, practice has begun. I'm assuming Alabama's had a scrimmage. Auburn had a scrimmage. What should we know about Alabama right now?
Well, Alabama had a scrimmage on Saturday, and it was very closed, like super duper closed. Very few people outside of who's supposed to be there were there, and so
that's the norm these days.
Well,
right?
the information, therefore, is a little bit tougher to get, and also there were no stats that were put up by the coaching staff. But the one stat that did come out of that, and Kalen DeBoer said this, he said, look, I'm going to tell you right now, we had some touchdown passes, had some touchdown runs, and we didn't have any turnovers. Now, again, the Senate could look at it and go, why can't our defense create turnovers? I'm going to go the other way, because I'm going to tell you something. Last year, the one thing that killed Alabama, the one thing that kept Alabama from going to the college football playoff was turnovers. You think about the Vandy game, they had a pick six. And I think there was another interception, if I remember right. The Tennessee game, Alabama's about to go in there and really take control of that game. They're on the Tennessee goal line. Bad pass by Jalen Milroe is intercepted and goes back almost to the 50. The Oklahoma game, there was a pick six, and I think maybe two other turnovers. I'm not sure if they were both interceptions, but at least one interception that they got down into the red zone that sort of made it – everybody talks about the defense in that game. Defense did fine. When you give up 7 points offensively and you give them another 7 points right on the doorstep, I mean, shoot you. You can't ask for much more than that. And then in the Michigan game, I know there was a fumble at the beginning of that game. There was an interception at the beginning of that game. There were some overthrown passes, just on and on into the night. Turnovers just in the losses were killers for Alabama. Now, I know they are for – turnovers are always killers, right, it seems like. But I think the emphasis the staff was putting out there was, look, we're not dying. I mean, if you throw for 400 yards, great. But if you throw for 400 and have 4 picks, that ain't going to help us. And I think these quarterbacks are playing a little bit more within the system and within themselves. And, again, you got to be very careful when you talk about all this, because there are some people that love Jalen Milroe, like me. And there's some other people that just want to throw him under the bus. And I think the truth is in the middle, that Jalen Milroe was a really incredible athlete and at times looked like an incredible quarterback. At other times, he was rather pedestrian throwing the ball and with decision making. So, but he is with the Seattle Seahawks now. They like what they're seeing up there. And so maybe it'll all work out for him too. But I think a couple other keys, Jam Miller apparently had a really good scrimmage. I don't even know if Ryan Williams actually scrimmaged. I know that, they're not worried about Ryan Williams, but they like some of the other receivers, like Cole Adams apparently had a big day. I think Isaiah Horton had a long touchdown. So, again, these are just things. What's a long touchdown? I don't know. Was it 80 yards or 50 yards? I don't know because, again, there was very little information coming out from it. So I'm looking forward to the next scrimmage where I think a lot of Red Elephant Club members will be able to go to that, and hopefully we'll get some more information from that.
Okay. On the other hand, Auburn scrimmage, it was noted that they turned the ball over at least twice. Now, I mean, it's a scrimmage. I don't know which quarterback turned it over, but they did have 2 turnovers. Unlike when you say Alabama had a lot of trouble with turnovers and that cost them some games, Auburn said, hold my beer, okay? They were one of the worst in the country in turnover margin. They turned it over 22 times in 12 games, okay? They turned it over 5 times twice in in 2 games. So that disturbs me. I don't care. The defense won today. Wonderful. I'm glad. They should this early in scrimmage. It's early in the year. But the turnovers, that can't happen. Got to take care of that. That's got to be better for Auburn this year. So we'll see what happens with that. But that was the one thing that I took from that scrimmage was certainly the offense had explosive plays, but they did turn the ball over, and that one time is too many. All right, let's take another break. We'll be back. We'll talk about the Ole Miss Rebels when we come back right after this.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindawa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Brought to you by Sunshine Heating and Air. For all your heating and cooling needs, give Kevin Keel and his crew a call today. Sunshine Heating and Air. All right, continuing our SEC preview, taking a look at the Ole Miss Rebels. Can you believe this will be year 6 for Lane Kiffin?
That's amazing.
In Oxford.
I mean, you could have made a bunch of money on, like, say the over-under is 3.5.
Never thought he'd be there more than 4 years. Never.
Now, he probably hadn't wanted to be there that long.
He may not.
He probably wanted the Florida job, probably wanted the Auburn job.
He's entertained some offers for sure.
Probably wanted the Alabama job. I mean, he probably wanted a bunch of different jobs. But I think he's in a good spot for him because they love him. I mean, and you know what? He is.
Why should they not? 3 out of the last 4 years, double-digit wins.
I mean, he's readjusted the bar for Ole Miss. And, I mean, look, it's so funny. Like, again, I still don't think SMU should have been in, and I still think it should have been Ole Miss, South Carolina, or Alabama. But, man, each one of those teams had some bad losses. I mean, that Kentucky loss
in the
is
world?
puzzling.
I have no idea.
And the Ole Miss finally took the lead in that game, and then Kentucky drives all the way down the field on them.
Yeah.
And then losing at Florida, I can forgive that. Florida was coming on then. I can forgive that. At LSU, they had if I remember right, they had a big lead in that game, and LSU came back. They won it in overtime, I think. I don't know.
I think it was a regulation.
Was it?
It was in overtime. I don't know.
I don't remember. But I remember it being a good game. I think Ole Miss did kick a field goal in overtime, and then LSU scored a touchdown. I think that's what happened. Okay. But, doesn't matter. Same outcome.
Yeah.
This year I look at the schedule. It starts out very nicely for them again. The only road game is at Kentucky in game 2. You got to think Ole Miss has circled that one. You open up with Georgia State. Arkansas at home, Tulane at home, LSU at home, then Washington State for some reason. I guess I'll give Ole Miss a bit of a pass. I mean, I've really been wanting, if the SEC is going to have to be playing some Power 4 teams or some bigger name teams, I would like for Ole Miss, if you want to be considered, hey, you really are like one of those teams that could win 10 games every year, then I think you need to step up your game a little bit on the schedule front.
I don't even know what that they are the Pac-12 still. I don't. Is that what even are they considered? Are they group of 5? What I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
They do. I mean, they're like a legitimate conference, so it's not just them and Oregon State anymore, right? They added a bunch of.
Honestly, I kind of quit caring about it because I think
they did.
I think they are hanging on by such a thread.
It's like
matter.
The state. I mean, you got to be a state. It's like Boise State, Oregon State, Washington State, and anybody, Fresno State, and everybody else is a state.
That'd be good. I mean, like Wyoming State, they could just have one. Then look, I think they should be. I don't know about should.
I look at Ole Miss's schedule, and this is what surprised me. I looked at this not too long ago. And just what you said, think about, I mean, their 2 openers in the SEC are at Kentucky and Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Georgia State, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tulane, LSU, and Washington State. There ain't but one game in there that you ought to have any trouble with, and that's LSU at home. So there's no reason that Ole Miss should not be 6-0 and then taking a bye and head into Georgia.
Yeah, and that'll make for a huge game, but and LSU now with Garrett Nussmeier apparently having some chronic knee issues. Now, I mean, how severe are they? Well, they're severe enough to where you had to talk about them. So do I think it's going to be something debilitating? I don't know, but if I'm an LSU fan, I'm a little concerned. But I think Ole Miss could really be undefeated coming off a bye week, headed to Georgia. I'll say this. I don't think there's any way on earth they beat Georgia and Oklahoma. Those 2 games on the road. And I think it's certainly more likely they lose both than win both. But I think they could go 1-1 there. And boy, if they do that,
if they lose both of those, I think they lose to South Carolina.
Yeah, because I mean, they're getting South Carolina at a bad time off 2 road games like that. Could be coming off 2 losses. Now, I mean, what's going to go down with John Mateer and all this supposed gambling stuff? I mean,
he says it's all a misunderstanding. Don't let it play out, Luke.
Well, I know.
Investigate.
Well, that's the thing is we can all be cynics here. I mean, this is a little different in that there was apparently a screenshot of a Venmo and
inside joke.
Why on earth he said this? I mean, he might as well have just said, "This is my gambling debt I owe you. Please take this money for this specific game on this specific date."
Yeah.
And it's even worse because they were. Well, wait a minute. Was that 2020? Well, that was 2024. What? Or no? Or when was it? 2022?
I have no idea.
I think it was 2022. And if that's the case, then they were in the same conference too. It wasn't like they were betting on a game that they don't know anything about anything, So it could make it a little worse. But I'm sort of like you. I mean, at this point, I'm like, I might as well let it play out because if I don't, and if I look at it and immediately assume guilt. And then when he gets off, which we all assume he will, I'll be madder. So let's just assume that, hey, it'll play out. And by play out, we mean ain't nothing going to happen.
Yeah.
Because nobody's got any teeth anymore.
So you'd say the fact that this is a misunderstanding, it is an inside joke, that's not plausible.
It's weak. It's pretty weak. I mean, I would almost, honest to God, I would respect him a lot more if he just said, yeah, I lost a handshake bet to a buddy of mine. I mean, if the NCAA says you can't do that, I'd be like, who are you?
Yeah.
What are you?
We're gonna play him. We're gonna play him anyway, whether lost or
yeah. Well, get my name. Get my over-unders off of FanDuel. Then is what I'd say.
Yeah.
If it's such a big deal, I would respect him more if he did it that way. There's no doubt in my mind. This was some kind of bet. And because we've all been there. We've all done this. Now, we didn't all play but I mean, we all knew college football players, basketball players, college everything. They were probably gambling at the time, but it wasn't like they were gambling $10,000 and fixing games. I think they were sort of like Pete Rose in this thing where it's like, hey, I'm going to bet on I'm at Alabama or I'm at Auburn and LSU's playing Kentucky this weekend, I'm going to take LSU minus the points. I don't really have a problem with that. Now, the NCAA clearly does. But the NCAA
is also in bed with gambling.
Exactly. So I'm sort of like, this isn't much. So, but who knows? Who knows?
If Ole Miss goes 2-1 through Georgia, Oklahoma, and South Carolina, then you finish up with Florida and Mississippi State. But if you go 2-1 in that stretch, I think there's a great chance they make the playoff. If they go 1-2, if they go 0-3, obviously they're done.
Well,
but if you can go 2-1 in Georgia, Oklahoma, and South Carolina,
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. If they go 1-3 in that 3-game stretch and win the rest of them, they're in the playoffs.
Think so?
At 10-2, they're in the playoffs. In the SEC, they would have a win over a South Carolina team, which is ranked 14 now. I'm not as bullish on South Carolina as some people, but they would have a win over a LSU squad. They would have a win over a Florida squad. These are 2 ranked teams. At least they're ranked right now.
And Florida's not going to be ranked. Florida's not going to be ranked.
Well, and I'm not sure LSU will be. I mean, I'm going to tell you, if LSU loses at Clemson, let's just see how this thing holds up. Because, that's a game you just got to wait for, because the whole Garrett Nussmeier injury thing, I think, has been downplayed too much. It sounds like it could be a problem.
Interesting. All right. Ole Miss last year, well, I tell you what, we'll take a break. We'll come back and look at some of these numbers. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for being with us. We're taking a look at the Ole Miss Rebels. 6th year for Lane Kiffin. I didn't realize it, but Lane Kiffin, Eli Drinkwitz, and Sam Pittman all came in the SEC at the same time.
They're about the elder statesmen. I mean, Kirby Smart and Mark Stoops.
Yeah, Mark Stoops is like,
Mark Stoops is the
you've been there what, 15 years,
something like that, and he better take a picture.
Yeah, this is true.
But
Kirby's not going anywhere unless it's voluntarily.
Yeah, and so then I think it might be these guys, right? I mean, it's not going to be Oklahoma. It's not going to be. I don't know when Shane Beamer got here. When did Beamer get here?
Yeah, he's been here probably 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Too,
obviously Florida pretty new. Obviously Auburn pretty new. Bama new. Vandy relatively new.
He's been here for 3 or 4 or 5
years.
Yeah,
enough.
Clark Lee.
Mississippi State.
New.
I'm running out of teams.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's
crazy. This league is not meant for longevity for sure.
Well, and the coaches are probably okay with that with your $40 million buyouts.
Not a bad thing. Why is it, Randy and Brett were talking today about, you're hearing the same malarkey at Auburn that you've heard over the years with, Brett was saying, well, Derek Nix calls the plays on first down, and Ken Austin he's responsible for calling plays on third down. Mm-hmm. And Hugh Freeze can overrule them on any play and call it on any down. And we're thinking, it's like, what? Why? What? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure that there's more that I don't know. But go back to Gus Malzahn. He did the same crap where I can't call the plays anymore. I got to be a CEO. This is how I made my bones. This is how I earned my bread. I got to call the plays. I'm a play caller. Well, okay, Lane Kiffin says, you know what, I'm the OC. I'm going to name somebody else as the OC, but I'm the OC, and I'm going to call the plays. And he goes in, and they run up 526 yards of offense. They're number 2 in the country. 350-yard passing, number 2 in the country. They score 38.6 points, number 3 in the country. And their stats look like that practically every year. Why is that? Why is it so simple, and yet it's so difficult?
Well, you mean for Auburn?
Why do people make it harder than it is?
I mean, I don't know. I think that there is something, maybe some coaches want to get some learning curve, some experience, and so you have to say, hey, if I don't let him call the plays, he might be out of here or something. But I think I'm with you. I mean, I'll tell you, as soon as I read that somewhere about, so-and-so is going, Derek Nix going to do first and second down, somebody else is going to do third down, and you can override all of them. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. This Alabama fan was happy about that. Now, it may turn
Why wouldn't you be?
It may turn out to be genius, but it
worked well last year.
It certainly doesn't seem to work well whenever somebody does that. Whenever you try to placate, and you try to, I mean, it feels like you're people pleasing, right? It feels that way. So, yeah, I would rather, if I were an Auburn fan, I'd be like, just give Derek Nix, the offensive coordinator, money, let Hugh call the plays, or let Derek Nix be the offensive coordinator. Whatever you want to do. But this whole thing about, how I don't like the idea of my head coach in the middle of a game having to understand the rhythm of the game, understand what's going on with his team, what they need to be motivated, and trying to call a play. I just feel
you got 40 seconds, which not really.
Yeah.
You end up having about 25 seconds.
That's right.
You got 3 guys having a discussion about what play to call in 25 seconds and then relay it to the quarterback and then him relay it to the team and then line up. Why are you making it so difficult? I mean, it drives me crazy.
And the other side of that is
no human being could look at this and say, this, you know what? This is the best way to do this. Let's have 3 people involved in one play call. It's asinine.
I know that you're not a big fan of The Office, but in one episode, the powers that be at Dunder Mifflin didn't want to lose Jim Halpert. They also didn't want to lose Michael Scott because Michael Scott for some reason, the branch kept doing well almost despite him, but they were like, he must keep it together. So he said, look, we're going to lose Jim if we don't name him co-manager. And so, Michael, you're in charge of the big picture, and Jim's more in charge of day-to-day. And then they always have these little scenes where some employee will talk about whatever's going on in that moment. And he was sort of off talking about it to the documentary crew, and he said, yeah, I mean, it's always best to have two leaders. How would we ever get around without the popes? You know, like, there's one pope, there's one manager, there's one boss. That's what you got to do. And I think you're absolutely right. Look, I've heard about co-OCs before, but usually that's so you can just have that title in your resume, and there really is only one OC, and everybody knows it. But even if there weren't, I don't think anybody would admit to it. Because here's the other thing. Let me tell you something. What if Derek Nix says, hey, we're going to run a dive, here we go, run the right dive on 3. And then the other guy goes, I wanted to go 4 wide. And Hugh's like, let's split the difference. Let's just have an RPO and throw it deep if it's there. If you're Derek Nix, I mean, wouldn't you feel like you've been usurped a little bit? Like, well, what am I even doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care how much you're paying somebody. You can still make them feel small. Now, I can be made to feel small if I'm making $2 million a year. I would gladly do that. But I'm just saying.
You walk around on your knees all the time.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can. I mean, they're people too. They'll get their feelings hurt too. I mean, I don't know.
Look, this is the SEC. Feelings are irrelevant. Winning is what matters. I'm just. So, look, again, it may work, but I just go back to history. 2003, 2002, Bobby Petrino's the offensive coordinator. Auburn's starting to really, that second half of the year, they kind of figure things out. They start looking like a really good team, a really talented team. They got oodles of talent coming back in 2003. Bobby Petrino leaves, and we say, okay, let's promote from within. Fine. You want to reward Hugh Nall for being a loyal assistant? Give him a try at the offensive? Wonderful. But we're going to make you use Bobby Petrino's playbook. And we're going to take Steve Ensminger and let him call the plays. Or if you're Alabama, and who was it? Charlie Stubbs, when you were talking about Dubose was there. We said, we're going to have so-and-so he's going to be the OC. He's going to develop the game plan, but then we're going to let some other guy call the plays.
What?
Why?
Well, what happens?
You're out-coaching yourself, and it was a disaster.
Also on The Office, one time Oscar was offended by this poster Angela had up. It was a poster of like 3 babies in diapers with sunglasses playing like jazz, like acting like jazz musicians. He was like, this is so dumb. He said, I feel like they're being exploited. And she was like, well, I just think it's cute. So they got Michael in to try and settle the thing, and he was talking about you can have a win-win, a win-lose, a lose-lose, and a win-win-win kind of thing. And he said, I got an idea. Okay, we'll make a shirt with the poster on it, and Oscar wears it. That way Angela can still see it, but Oscar can't because he's looking that way. And, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, you want to be OC and you want to be OC, so why don't you develop the game plan and you call the plays, and then I can override them all, and we're all happy. No, that is a lose-lose situation, 100%.
I don't. You reckon anybody has a lot of input on what calls Lane Kiffin makes, or what calls Steve Sarkisian makes?
They might do it once.
No. So look, if you want to be the OC and you're the head coach, I got no problem with it whatsoever.
Listen,
call the plays. If you don't want to be, then shut up and get one guy who knows what he's doing and calls the plays.
Look,
that's just my 2 cents.
Andy, please, 8-pound, 5-ounce baby Jesus. And if you're up there, Superman,
don't watch this program, you phrase.
Make this happen. I just want to see in the Baylor game, Auburn have a delay a game because there was confusion among the triumvirate of coordinators. And then please make it where I can call Brett Pritchard and see how he's feeling about that. That's all I want. All I want is somebody to show me video evidence of Brett Pritchard's first reaction to the first delay of game when it's a problem that you have 3 people calling the plays. That's all I want to see. That's what I want for Christmas.
Hugh Freeze, a religious man, but he's taking this Trinity thing a little too far. We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care opens 7 days a week. Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, is looking for the next hometown hero. Hometown heroes could be first responders, public service workers, community leaders, pastors, community volunteers, or anyone who is making a difference in your hometown. Submit your nominations now online at myhscu.com. And if your nominee is selected, they will get a $100 Visa cash card and a certificate of appreciation from Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Illoway Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Illoway Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Illoway Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
The Honda Summer Event is going on now at Sarah Honda in Sylacauga. Hit the road with the hottest ride. Plus, every vehicle we offer comes with a Sarah Promise, like a new 2025 Honda Civic Sedan, lease for $289 a month, or a new 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, lease for $369 a month, or like a 2025 Ridgeline, lease for $359 a month. Your ultimate summer wheels await at Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Just one more segment, the first hour of tonight's program. Thank you for all of you out there being with us. Let's switch gears and take a look at the Arkansas Razorbacks. Again, 6th year for Sam Pittman. Hard to believe he's lasted this long, but he is back for year number 6 now. I think his seat has got to be one of the warmest, I would imagine, in the SEC. But nonetheless, Sam is a very likable guy. I think maybe one of the more likable coaches in the SEC.
Well, I mean, you know, you could say, who would you want to have a beer with? I mean, I think Lane would be on the list. I think, boy, I'm trying to think of who else is like this dynamic personality. I think Billy Napier could be on the list because you know he'd have a story like, man, I was hanging on by a thread. But I think
probably not Sarkisian.
Sam would be the kind of guy that just showed, like, he'd be your neighbor
at a bar
every day at like 6 p.m. You come home from work, you're just beginning to chill out, and you're just gonna hang out, and like he's like, hey neighbor, you know, have a beer? Like he'd probably do that every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you don't necessarily just have a beer with him. You have several with him throughout y'all's living quarters.
Yeah.
Time together. But he seems like a nice enough guy.
He does.
And that's what's going to make it even worse when he gets fired.
Well, Bobby Petrino, the OC, it seemed like we had the guy on last year from Arkansas, and he was like, Bobby doesn't want to be a head coach. He's at this point in his life, he just wants to be the OC. He just wants to come to work, not be bothered by anybody. You think that's – how long does that last when, they have a really good offense, but they can't stop anybody, or something, untoward, something unforeseen happens, and you got Bobby sitting there going, well, why not me?
I know. I'm just sitting here. I'm just minding my own business.
Just minding my own
I'm going to tell you, it is – we need to learn from history. And, it's Bobby Petrino. It just feels like something's going to come up. I mean, it just always does. I would be very leery. Now, maybe his hand was forced. Maybe he was like, you need to hire him, and we're not keeping this secret. If you suck, we're going to hire him. But, he kind of fell on his face a little bit too, Bobby Petrino did recently. So, literally and figuratively.
He was, they tried to do this similarly. He was welcome back at Louisville.
Oh, yeah, whooping on.
And it just kind of, you can't go home again, they say. And this kind of seems like that situation. So
he was welcomed back into his home apparently, and that is, that's the best recruiting pitch I've ever heard, because, man, that was a bad episode.
This is true for sure.
There was a lot wrong with that whole thing.
Travis Williams, former Auburn linebacker, has kind of worked his way up the coaching ranks, was with Gus Malzahn at Central Florida for a while, and then got the gig at Arkansas. Has done a fair job. They, people threw the ball a lot on them last year, but then again,
what was the Auburn-Arkansas score last year?
24-14. It was one of those weird games. Auburn, scored 7 points against Vandy. They scored 14 points against a mediocre Arkansas team. Just bad. You averaged almost 430 yards a game. They moved the ball between the 20s and just went into the ice mode in the red zone, which, if I'm not mistaken, is coaching. But we can debate that later. But their offense last year under Bobby Petrino, 460 yards a game. That was 10th in the country. I did not realize.
Well, I would like to know.
Taylor Green, look out.
I know. I would like to say, okay, for Ole Miss statistics, by the way, they had a 76-0 win in there against, something like the Dadeville Piggly Wiggly All-Stars.
Okay, so against SEC programs,
they're
only about 480.
Well, yeah, but I would like to see it. I think it makes a difference. And then they had the Citadel on there. They had a couple others. So I'm saying, let's just see what it is in conference. Now, all conference opponents aren't equal, but you get a better feel for it. And so whereas you say Arkansas averaged 480 or whatever it was a game, I want to see who they did it against. Did they beat Tennessee last year, though?
We talking
Remember
about
how big a deal
now?
that was? Oh, we're talking about Arkansas now.
Okay,
but I'm saying you just brought up Arkansas saying they were 10th in the country.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I'm saying Arkansas' schedule
Okay.
last year, let's just take a peek at that puppy.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Last year, Arkansas Pine Bluff, they won 70-0. So my guess is the stats were pretty skewed in that game.
There's no question.
They also –
an Oklahoma State defense that was atrocious.
And
they lost that game.
And they went into double overtime, and they gave up. They had a big lead.
They did. Should have won by 3 touchdowns.
Oklahoma State, I don't think they won a conference game last year, right? Did they go winless?
I don't recall, but it was close.
They also played UAB.
They did.
Again, UAB was bad last year.
Very, very bad. Only won that game by 10 points.
And they lost Texas A&M because guess what they do to A&M every time?
They always lose by a field goal or about that. So they're about 4 points.
Is this one going to be in Jerry's World again, I hope?
No, I think they have gone to home and home now. So I think it is going to be in Fayetteville.
God, they are going to That's the game. That's the game they got to have. And lucky for Auburn, I mean, I say lucky for Auburn, I don't think it'll matter. But Arkansas has got that A&M game at home, and that place is going to be going bananas. I don't care if they have 0 wins coming into it. They want to beat Texas A&M.
No question.
I mean, yeah, they'd like to beat Auburn. Yeah, they'd like to win them all. But my bet is if you told an Arkansas fan who do you want to beat on this schedule the worst, Notre Dame might be up there in a weird hey, I just want to beat Notre Dame kind of way. But I would suspect Texas A&M is the one they want to beat. Texas A&M,
they've been a thorn in their side.
Oh, and it's just in the most unimaginable ways. I mean, remember who was it Taylor? It wasn't Taylor Green. It was the other quarterback that tried to jump over. That went to UCF, right?
Yes, he did. Something. Lee, what was his name?
Look, my memory is just
he was a giant.
He was a giant, huge human being. But he tried to dive over the pile. It's a fumble.
To go up by 3 scores, I think.
And A&M gets it. I think they score and cut it to 1 score. I mean, it's bananas how they've been losing these games.
All you got, I mean, it's a lot like the Missouri Auburn. Just don't fumble the ball. I mean, if you just fall down, you probably score. And he, for some reason,
You're talking about the Missouri player that tried to reach out? I know. And that the thicker kicker missed an extra point length field goal.
Yes, he did.
That was also crazy. I mean, the SEC, again, I challenge it. I know the Big Ten's had.
I was there.
I know the Big Ten's had the punt game with Michigan State and Michigan. That was cool and that was funky. But I mean, the ways people have won
BJ
games.
or DJ or something. Wasn't that a quarterback's name? BJ or DJ?
It was B something.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Gosh, what was his name? Justin's probably watching.
Yeah, somebody. Well,
but anyway, I think this schedule is. You open up with Alabama A&M, so I think Arkansas is going to put another 70 burger on them. Then they play Arkansas State. That will be probably UAB-esque, where they win by 10-14. Then they go to Ole Miss, and that's probably going to be a tough one for them. Then they're at Memphis, and then Notre Dame at home. Now, if they can just get to the Notre Dame game with only the Ole Miss loss on their docket, I think they'll have a shot. Notre Dame's lost, I think, their second leading rusher for the year or something like that. They're breaking in a new quarterback. I feel like they could have a shot. Okay.
No,
can I not?
may be right.
Can I not give Arkansas some optimism?
Yeah, well, I think that's
optimism.
That's valid. All right, we got to take a break, but never fear. Hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live is on the way right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Glory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way Express, your expressway to savings.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you up until 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Talked a lot about the Ole Miss Rebels in the first hour of tonight's program. We just got through talking about Arkansas a little bit. Any final thoughts on the Razorbacks? I give you a pointed question. Will Sam Pittman be the coach of Arkansas in 2026?
Let me look at this schedule again.
You got them having a chance to beat Notre Dame.
So, I know. I think
that would only.
I'm talking myself into
even
that.
Even if they lost, okay. So they're 3-2, going to a bye.
Look,
and going to Knoxville.
Here's what's bad for him.
They beat Tennessee last year, by the way.
Life is all about timing, right? They end with a bye week, then at LSU, at Texas, and Missouri.
Yeah, that's.
And I think Missouri is going to be really good again. I say really good. I mean, I think Missouri's a 9-10 win team. I really do.
You really?
Because their schedule's bunk. But I don't think you win at LSU. I don't think you win at Texas. And then you sort of limp into a Missouri squad that, may be fighting for a playoff spot. Who knows? What if, though, if you were Arkansas, and instead of at LSU, at Texas before that Missouri game, you swap something like at Memphis and Mississippi State at home in there. Okay, you could be rolling out with a 3-game win streak. Because, again, I like this Missouri team. I hate their schedule because it's so easy. But I think
Arkansas?
Missouri. So what I'm saying is, when you end with Missouri after playing those two, I think it makes it much worse. But if you end with Missouri playing at Memphis, Mississippi State at home, I mean, yeah, you could be rolling in. You could be rolling out with a 3-game win streak and looking pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But as it is, I think they're going to be rolling out of there with a 3-game losing streak and looking pretty bad. And I think that's a recipe for getting fired.
Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. I think you're probably right. I have Sam Pittman not being the coach. But, I mean, legitimately, I say loss at Texas, loss at LSU. I must say loss at Auburn. I mean, loss against Auburn at home, loss against Texas A&M, loss on the road at Tennessee. I mean, that's 5 already.
And you got Notre Dame in there that you.
And you got Notre Dame and at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking at best 6-6. That's not going to get
6-6 might get him one more year. It might.
Well, they went 7-6 last year.
I know, and that got him another year.
I think this is that. This is the freebie, not this year.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, honest to God, what do you expect? I mean, it's like this schedule. It's not like they get to play Arkansas. You know what I mean? That's the problem with Mississippi State. They can't play Mississippi State, and that's clearly the worst team in this conference, if you ask me. And so I don't know.
I think Kentucky's going to give them a run for their money.
I think Kentucky could be really, really bad this year. I really do. Zach Calzada in year 18 is in another heated quarterback battle, and that's a problem in its own right. If Auburn was like, we got Peyton Thorne coming back for another year, y'all would be like, oh my God. But think about Zach Calzada.
I don't want to. He was almost an Auburn quarterback.
Yeah. Well, he's at Auburn for a year, right?
Yeah, never played.
Yeah.
But
then he was at 2 years at A&M, 1 at Auburn, 2 at Incarnate Word, and now it takes at Kentucky, right?
Maybe they did something to him at Incarnate Word. Maybe they
baptized him.
I touched him with a little. I don't know, but perhaps he could be better. I don't know. Maybe give him some credit.
It's going to be a long year, I think, for Arkansas again. And I know I was trying to talk myself in this Notre Dame thing because I wanted to try and sell this. I would love it if they beat Notre Dame.
Oh, that'd be great. Good for the SEC, good for Arkansas, bad for Notre Dame, sure.
I'm going to tell you that's another thing that I'm a little worried about with the SEC this year. We got a lot of inexperience at quarterback, and the experienced quarterback we do have in Garrett Nussmeier, he's traveling to Clemson on apparently a bum wheel, so that's going to be a tough game. Auburn's going to Baylor, and apparently Baylor's a little better than I thought they were going to be. They're still Baylor, but they're a little better than I thought they were going to be. Somebody even picked their quarterback as like his Heisman, like a great pick for the Heisman value pick, which I find ludicrous, but whatever. So, and then who else is early SEC game? I mean, Bama at FSU. I mean, look, yes, I think Alabama's going to win. They're a 2-touchdown favorite, but I mean, crazier things have happened. And then South Carolina, Virginia Tech. I mean, do you trust
Texas, Ohio State?
Texas, Ohio State, Michigan, Oklahoma. The SEC could take it on the chin right at the very beginning. I mean, what if, God forbid, something like Memphis beats Arkansas? Forget Notre Dame.
Well, that's week 4 though. So I mean,
Florida, Miami.
Yeah. Well, I expect Florida to lose that game.
I'm just saying, okay, you expect them to lose that game, that's fine. And let's say they do lose it. Well, I mean, Clemson's probably the favorite in that game. So there's 2 ACC over SEC wins. Then let's say Auburn drops at Baylor. That's not crazy. I mean, the line has been right at pick 'em.
Sure.
All of a sudden you're like, uh-oh. I mean, it's not going to be pretty. What, Arizona State come in and beat Mississippi State? I know Mississippi State's bad. We've talked about it. It's just the optics.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what I've told everybody that's asked me. I don't think Baylor's a bad team. I think Baylor's a pretty good team. If Auburn doesn't beat them, they're not very good. I don't care how good Baylor is. So I think that's just kind of the way it is. If you're a good SEC team, you're not going to lose to a Big 12 team. That's just the way. I mean, that's just the truth. So we'll see. I hope Auburn wins, but I'll believe it when I see it. So I'm the show me right now. So
I implore the universe again, please, just one little old delay a game because of too many offensive coordinators and a video of Brett Pritchard reaction
on the sideline.
Yeah, that's all. Is he only going to be on the sideline?
I mean, he's going to the game to cover.
I know, and
I
thought they had press credentials.
Yeah, so maybe he can get in on the sideline.
That'd be great because I think Faith's going to.
Yeah.
So the Auburn Blitz crew will be there, and that's good. I mean,
we could get to see Brett have a heart attack on TV.
Well, I'm going to Florida State too, and I don't know how in the world I'm going to do an instant reaction video because I'm pretty sure that they serve alcohol there. So I don't know that it's going to be a great idea either way.
Okay, inside tip there. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City. Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full-service repair and installation on all major brands, from drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. The AP poll, AP preseason poll is out. Texas atop number 1 there, 25 first-place votes. I believe I read the first time ever a number 1 AP poll team is an underdog in week 1.
I think it's also the first time ever, isn't it the first time ever Texas started out the season ranked number 1?
I think it is.
That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy. It's hard to believe. I think people overvalue how good Texas has actually been over the last 40 years.
There's no doubt about it. But, it's just, wow. They must not overvalue them enough, because you would have thought they would have been number 1. But regardless, I think that first game's going to be a fun one. Now, I'll tell you something. I think Texas can go in there and make a statement. They should have the quarterback advantage. Their defense is looking good. Ohio State still has Jeremiah Smith, though, so we'll see what happens. But that's going to be that first weekend is just going to be something else, man. Just something else. The second weekend stinks. That's the irony.
Yeah,
I'm talking about stinks. There's Oklahoma and Michigan, and then that's about it. Maybe Mississippi State, Arizona State's that weekend. But just some really bad games that second weekend.
That's kind of the way it started to be. Used to, the first week was not very good, and the second week was kind of.
I wish we could spread this out a little more, though.
Yeah, you would. Man, why don't they do that?
I want to put
Your guys in the scheduling department, they're usually smarter than that, aren't they?
Well, speaking of scheduling department, I think that's why Penn State is number 2, because if you look at their schedule, you talk about cakewalks. It's their non-conference is embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Now, Big Ten people will say, well, we already played 9 Power 4 teams. Yeah, but in that grouping, you have some bad squads. Purdue's a bad team.
Yeah.
Northwestern's a bad team. I mean, they're not good. So I think it's such a shame because Penn State, man, even playing somebody like
you're saying Nevada, FIU, Villanova or not?
They're playing a bunch of airports. I would like to see them.
They do play Oregon.
Okay. They don't play Ohio State. No, they do play Ohio State. They don't play Michigan.
They play Iowa, which, you know.
Where is that game?
That game is at Iowa.
No, okay. It could be tricky. But, again, for a number 2 team, I just don't like they're playing what looks more like an Ole Miss schedule.
Yeah.
You know.
I can see that.
Ole Miss, at least Ole Miss is playing Washington State. I mean, I'd feel better about, you know, Washington State had some dudes. They had John Mateer last year. So, I don't know. I feel like Penn State's doing their fans a disservice. It'd be, even if they played West Virginia or something like that, it'd be cool. You know?
Yeah. Ohio State, number 3. Clemson, number 4. Georgia, the first, gets 1 vote there at number 5.
Well, Georgia's schedule is also not great. They should have I know they got Georgia Tech, and so you sort of give them a pass for that. But it'd be better if they had somebody else on their schedule. I mean, Georgia-Penn State, what a great matchup that'd be. But, yeah, Georgia, the whole Georgia thing, Gunnar Stockton, man, I don't know.
It's sink or swim with him, I guess, right? So it depends on how big how much stock you want to put in Stockton. I don't know. Notre Dame, number 6. Oregon, number 7. Alabama comes in at 8. LSU, 9. Miami comes in at 10.
That's
Carson Beck.
The irony is, I think if you said what team in there, you know, because there's always one team in the top 10 preseason that just ends up out of the whole poll.
True.
I'd say Miami would be my team for that one because I look, you know, I don't have a lot of faith in Mario Cristobal anymore. I think they've got plenty of talent, but they always lose to teams they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And so I think they could lose 3 or 4 games.
Interesting.
That first week,
there's your Arizona State, number 11 in the country, going to the worst team, as you said, in the SEC.
Yeah,
that's not going to work out well for our.
Well, that's the second week, I believe.
Yeah.
Miami Notre Dame is week 1 too, right? That's on a Sunday. Just like
Miami
Miami Notre Dame, isn't that week 1?
Miami and Notre Dame play
week 1 on Sunday, and I believe South Kakalaki and Virginia Tech also play on that Sunday.
That is correct. I did not realize that. Well, that's Sunday. What's the Monday? What's the Labor Day game?
TCU and North Carolina.
But reverse those.
100%.
Come on.
100%. But it is Bill Belichick, so, I mean, it's going to get some play. But, you know, we don't know much about North Carolina team. It's hard to buy into them yet. And TCU, I still have visions of 62-0 national championship game dancing in my head from them.
Yeah, that's true. They're a little better than that, but not really. South Carolina comes in at 13. Ooh, how about Burt at 12, Illinois?
Okay. I think that's a little high for them, but I don't think their schedule is too arduous, though.
Tennessee drops all the way to 24. You okay? You got any belief in them?
I'm worried Tennessee could have apparently they had a scrimmage the other day, and they were like, we don't have a quarterback.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, again, you don't want to read too much into any scrimmage. I mean, you're playing yourself. So if you get 5 turnovers, yay, defense, boo, offense. And if it's the other way around, if you have 5 touchdowns and no turnovers, I mean, it's the other way around. But I could see Tennessee even losing that first game to Syracuse.
Ooh. Now, if that happens, that's
another one. That'd be, talk about SEC black eyes.
Yeah, that would not be good at all, for sure. All right. Well, we'll kind of wrap up. Again, preseason polls are meaningless. They're interesting to talk about. It's not about where you start. It's about where you finish.
Well, it would be cool. And if we said, okay, look, the AP is what the AP is. I mean, you can't stop them from doing a poll.
No.
So
Nor would I try.
I do like that the College Football Playoff Committee doesn't rank until like week 8 or something. Now, are they influenced by the poll? I'm sure they are. But at least we're trying.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right, we'll go ahead and take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Call Dixie and it's done.
Alex City and west side of the lake. It's time to celebrate because the all-new Lake Martin Pizza is open with the area's best pizza, and it's just down Highway 63 South in our town. Lake Martin Pizza of Highway 63 has a huge outdoor seating area with enclosed heated comfort, a full bar with cold beer, wine, and full spirit selection with family ownership and fun for the whole family. Dine in or pick up. It's just a short drive to our town and is hands down the area's best pizza. Like us on Facebook to see upcoming live entertainment and watch sports on our 360 wraparound TVs. Rejoice! Lake Martin Pizza on Highway 63 is ready for you.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. You were talking about the first week. Actually, you know, we've mentioned it before, but we're only like, 11 days away from Iowa State and Kansas State.
In Ireland.
On a Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Why those? I don't get this Ireland game.
It's Farmageddon in Ireland.
Okay,
is what they're calling it.
All right, that's what they're calling it. Okay. All right, real football begins August 30th or August 29th for us. But Texas and Ohio State, that one, 11 o'clock in the morning for a game like this. But I mean, no better way to kick off a Saturday. Texas is an underdog in this game. You think Ohio State is going to be as good as they were last year?
I think it's going to be tough to go up there and win, but I think Texas can do it. Julian saying, assuming he wins the job.
Will the legend of Arch Manning begin in this game?
If he wins it, even if he wins it Jay Barker 92 national championship game style, 17 yards passing, I think he'll just get all the praise and love that you can possibly imagine. I think that I think Texas can go in there and do it. I'm pulling for them. Yeah.
I am. Syracuse and Tennessee, that one at 11 o'clock in the morning as well. This one in Knoxville. I mean, Syracuse.
No, it's not. It's in Atlanta.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's right. The neutral site game. They don't have a quarterback. You're telling me?
That's
Tennessee.
Tennessee message board.
I thought
fodder.
Joey Aguilar was the answer.
Oh, I think it was to a whole different question. Who is not meant to be our quarterback?
All right. Syracuse. I mean, but it's Syracuse. I believe I recall you telling me that. Watch out for who was it that was it Wake Forest or somebody that they were going to play? Tennessee opened with last year in some neutral site game.
Wait a
Tennessee
minute, who did they open up with last
year? They beat the brains out of somebody.
NC State.
NC State.
That's it. Well, I mean, there were a lot of people on the NC State hype train last year.
I ain't talking about a lot of people.
I know. You're talking about me. I know. I hear you. Okay. So I screwed that one up.
All right,
I'm allowed to screw up occasionally.
I know it. All right, Marshall at Georgia. Alabama at Florida State. It is.
Yeah, it's at Florida State. I'll be going. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be hot as rip.
Florida, I saw, I'm sure everybody saw Twitter or something, some video. It did not portray a flattering picture of Florida State. Now, I mean, is that indicative? Who knows? But
I saw the same thing about some of their route running.
Yeah, and some guy hit the sled and did not move it.
Yeah. So
the sled won. Let's say that.
Look, I'm happy that Alabama starts out on the road like this against a big name opponent that doesn't exactly have the same weight behind it that it did in the '90s. Because I think it's a good game for Ty to go get his feet wet, just throw him right into the fire, rather than open up with La Monroe and let Ty Simpson, just throw it all over the place and everybody just fall in love, and then he has to go on the road in a hostile environment and maybe he clams up. I think we'll be able to know immediately, do we have our number one quarterback? I think we do. But I think we'll be able to know rather quickly, is this the guy? And so I'm happy. Let's find out. Let's find out immediately.
Yeah. LSU and Clemson, this one in South Carolina.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
6:30 on ABC. This is, the highlight of the night. But LSU number 9, Clemson number 4. Klubnik back for Clemson. A lot is expected of this Tigers team. They are I would have guessed, the favorite in the ACC. I don't know. Is Notre Dame considered
no, they're not a part of that.
ACC schedule anymore?
I think they do play some ACC teams.
Are they eligible to the ACC title game? They're not.
They're not anymore. And I think that's good because, Notre Dame, I think one of the reasons is Notre Dame is, they get into the playoffs if they meet certain criteria. So why would the ACC even want them to be a part of that? Because they could knock out, one of their –
right.
But I'm going to pull up Notre Dame's schedule. It's very manageable. So Notre Dame they're at Miami to start off with. Of course, that's difficult. Then they have, I guess, a week off, and then they play Texas A&M. So I like that. I think that's a fun game. That's the other. No, that's not. That's
old school Notre Dame scheduling.
Yeah.
Right there.
Then they welcome Purdue, and then Arkansas, then Boise State, then NC State. So that's part of the ACC thing. Mm-hmm. USC is on the schedule again at Boston College, who just named Alabama transfer Dylan Lonergan the quarterback. Boston College, another ACC team. Navy, then Pittsburgh. They're at Pittsburgh, another ACC team. Syracuse at home, ACC, and Stanford, strangely, ACC.
That's true. So they do play a fairly sizable.
Sounds like 5
ACC.
of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they don't. They avoid Clemson. They avoid Florida State. I mean, you can say whether that's good or bad. They avoid Louisville. Who else in the ACC would? They avoid. Wouldn't it have been cool? It would have been cool for North Carolina and Notre Dame to play just the Belichick thing. That would have been neat.
Yeah.
But that schedule is very manageable. Look, and the 2 SEC teams they're playing, one is probably on the bad side, and now A&M on that blue chip ratio thing. I think A&M is right there behind Alabama and Georgia in terms of number of blue chippers. And in terms of, I saw something today, number of ESPN top 100 guys on the various rosters. I think Alabama had 33. I think Georgia may have had around 33. Ohio State around that number. Texas A&M, I think, was way up there. It's just, that lets you know they've got talent. But it's all about also how's that chemistry? How's Marcel Reed going to do?
Where is it play? I mean, is it a kicker or is it a?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something to that. Virginia Tech that's maybe a neutral site game as well. And Aflac.
It is. I think it's
Virginia Tech and South Carolina.
I probably want to say that one's in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
I want to say, I'm not sure. It could be in Charlotte, though.
But, I mean, Virginia Tech last year, they got better as the season went along, opened with Vandy, and Vandy beat them, kind of announced, Diego Pavia, he's a real thing. So, but I expect Virginia Tech to test South Carolina right out of the gate here on a Sunday, August 31st. That one at 2 o'clock, and then Notre Dame and Miami at 6:30 on ABC. So Sunday's a great day, really, for football there.
Yeah.
I wish one of those was on Monday, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So.
Yeah, I think that would be better. But, I mean, they wanted Belichick to be on that Monday. I mean, that's his first game. That's kind of a big deal.
I could see that. That's fine. We'll look at that. All right, we're going to take another break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Call Dixie and it's done.
Alex City and west side of the lake. It's time to celebrate because the all-new Lake Martin Pizza is open with the area's best pizza, and it's just down Highway 63 South in our town. Lake Martin Pizza of Highway 63 has a huge outdoor seating area with enclosed heated comfort, a full bar with cold beer, wine, and full spirit selection with family ownership and fun for the whole family. Dine in or pick up. It's just a short drive to our town and is hands down the area's best pizza. Like us on Facebook to see upcoming live entertainment and watch sports on our 360 wraparound TVs. Rejoice! Lake Martin Pizza on Highway 63 is ready for you.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Luke here with you. Just a couple more segments left in tonight's program. We're going to go to the phone line and welcome in our old pal Howard Richards, the color analyst for the Missouri Tigers. Howard, thank you so much for being with us. Oh my goodness! We continue to have a little hang-ups with the phone. We'll try to get Howard back on the phone with us, but the Missouri Tigers, they're just going to do this on live TV. How about that?
I just did it.
Hey, why not?
Did it. I mean, I knew his number now.
Maybe Hey, how you doing? We got you back now?
I think the issue is the voicemail.
Okay.
I may have to call you back.
Okay.
Yeah. So if this drops again, I'll call you.
Okay. Yeah.
And, we'll figure it out that way. I want this fancy new voicemail screening system, and since I don't have you guys,
you're giving us.
But I think I should lock you in. And
you're giving us this not y'all is me routine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's probably good to keep riffraff out like us. So, well, if it does drop, we'll just expect you to call us back.
That's right.
Okay, are you still there? All right. Hey, well, are you still with us? No. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is typical. Hey, this is live television. This is what happens. So, we'll see if Howard calls us back. But the Missouri Tigers, again, there's something weird going on. The 6th year for Eli Drinkwitz. Hard to believe, but he's been there and done a very good job. I mean, the last 2 years, 11-2, 10-3. So, very, I think, overachieving.
Let's see if we've got it.
Let's try it.
You with us, Howard?
I am with you. I think we're good to go now.
All right. That sounds good. Well, okay. Hey, we were talking about the Missouri Tigers. We couldn't hardly believe this is year 6 for Eli Drinkwitz.
Yeah, it is really gone so quickly. And I don't know if it seems longer or shorter, given the fact that he's had 2 back-to-back double-digit win seasons. But I think fans are enjoying it. Mizzou has sold out its season tickets this season at a much earlier pace than it has in the past couple of years, and so that's a positive. I think people like what they. The culture that he brings or has brought to Columbia, Missouri, and the Mizzou football team.
Well, Missouri from the team last year lost a whole lot. Obviously, got to replace the quarterback. I got to replace one of the most dynamic receivers in the SEC. That's a big deal. What does this team look like coming back as far as what they have replaced these stars with?
I think I'll preface it by saying this. Whatever players that transitioned out, it's through attrition, draft, done a very good job of replacing those players on a one-to-one basis.
We're struggling here.
The previous head coach, and now everyone on that roster is someone that he has recruited himself. So I've said to even as well as Brady Cook played in the Mizzou football system, Brady was not a Drinkwitz recruit. He was recruited by Barry Odom. That said, the expectations are certainly much higher once you have the type of player that you have coveted and recruited and brought into your system, either from the high school level or through junior college level or straight from other programs via the transfer portal. And so I think the expectation is high from the fan standpoint, but I also think the expectation is higher from where Coach Drinkwitz wants to, elevate his program from where it was the last couple of years. And You know, they don't want to win any fewer than 10 games every season. The goal is to play and to be a playoff team each and every season thus far. They just missed it by, you know, probably a game. And the 2 losses that it had in the regular season were actually the 3 losses. 2 of those games were not really competitive. And there are a number of reasons why those games weren't competitive, but you know, still losing that 3rd game is ultimately what probably knocked them out of the college football playoff. So they certainly will want to avenge all those games. All those games are on the road. You've got South Carolina coming back to Columbia, Missouri, or as we call it, Columbia West, Alabama, and Texas A&M. Of course, we'll see you guys in Auburn this year, so that'll be fun again for Drinkwitz to go back to his roots. So the schedule is very exciting, and it's set up if Mizzou plays its cards right, you know, to be right back there again, flirting with a double-digit win season.
So talk about the quarterback situation now. I know the transfer from Penn State was the favorite, but apparently there's a big battle going on for that starter spot.
There is. Bo Perbula, who transferred from Penn State, and, you know, he was the backup to Drew Allard there. He's battling Sam Horn, who was a recruit out of Georgia a few years ago, one of the top 4, I don't know if he was a 4 or 5-star, I don't remember. But Sam is, you know, a dual sport guy. He plays baseball. He pitches on the Mizzou baseball team. Has bounced back from Tommy John surgery a couple of years ago and has put himself in position to compete for the starting job. And as of, you know, today, August 12th, there's still no clear-cut starter, at least known publicly to anyone else. You know, Coach Drake may have someone identified that has not been announced yet. But from you know, Perbula may be a shade ahead, but again, the job is still up for grabs.
Looking at the schedule, it's certainly
running standpoint, but Sam Horn can certainly run the football as well as throw it.
Looking at the schedule, it's certainly backloaded. You know, with once you hit that after that first bye, I mean, it is kind of a murderer's row there. I mean, Alabama at Auburn, you got Texas A&M at Oklahoma, at Arkansas. If you can get past that opening salvo, it's kind of like you said. I mean, expectations are very high. So you got to look at those games as, you know, which ones do you feel most comfortable with?
Are you asking me which ones I feel most comfortable with, or from a program standpoint?
Either or.
Well, listen, I'll just say this. I don't know that you ever feel comfortable playing teams like Auburn and Alabama, and now South Carolina has come into the mix as a very good loss, or with the 3rd loss, and then Texas A&M. What does A&M really have? We just don't know. The fact that Missouri is playing home, I think I feel better about all 3 of those games being played in Columbia. You know, I predicted this year would be the year that Missouri beats Alabama at home. And I'm sure you're out there someplace in your audience, your listening audience, that will remember that I said this. But I just feel that this Missouri team, even in Drinkwitz, even though he's lost a lot of marbles, and the fastest that he's fielded since he's been in Missouri. And I think from an experience standpoint, not necessarily experience wearing black and gold uniforms, but from a collegiate overall experience, I think he feels really good about what he has. Now, obviously, you got to play those games, but I think fielding the team going into training camp, from a talent and experience standpoint, I think he feels maybe as good, if not better, than he did a year ago, minus the unsettled quarterback position. But they're going to be competitive. How competitive, we'll see. But I just listening to the attitude of the players, they just seem to be even more together than they have been with this being Drinkwitz's sixth team. There's just an air of family that seems to be as strong as ever with this group of Tigers, the 2025 version.
Well, Howard, we really appreciate you taking some time for us tonight. We'll definitely get the phone situation worked out for next time, and wish you guys the best of luck this year.
I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully we'll see you when we are down on the plains.
Absolutely. We'll definitely do that.
Look forward to it.
Howard Richards, the color analyst for the Missouri Tigers. We got to take one final break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now, let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dadeville, 256-825-4827.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dadeville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Sports Blitz Live program. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you to Howard Richards.
I didn't
what
have
we
the
heard
heart
from it.
I didn't have the heart to tell Howard Richards I'm an Alabama fan and I'm actually going to the Missouri game, because I was like, then he would say, "That's awesome. I look forward to when you." And then I just
struggled. It struggled. Yeah. But those are when you're dealing with cell phones. Unfortunately,
His
is
dang cell phones.
Happy birthday today, Mark Knopfler. Love Dire Straits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
About Money for Nothing. Sultans of Swing.
Sultans of Swing's pretty good.
Walk of Life.
Walk of Life's great.
How about Romeo and Juliet? Do you remember that one? It sounds like a Bob Dylan song, you know. A lovesick Romeo sang a street of serenade.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. And So Far Away from Me, but that's not.
So I like So Far Away from Me.
Do you like that one?
I do.
That is a good one. But Romeo and Juliet's actually pretty good. You've heard it, I bet.
Away from me.
Yeah, it's just like it's that verse gets it's like over
So far
and
I
over.
just
and
can't see.
That's right. But I love. Do you remember the video from Money for Nothing?
Oh yeah. Remember, it was like, it was so groundbreaking.
It was like that and Sledgehammer.
We thought
those are like the two you were like.
We had hit the pinnacle of what technology could give us.
Wow. I mean, it's like watching Atari. Wow. Man, that is so good.
It was like the two dudes moving TVs around or something. I mean, it was dumb.
It was weird. And you know who did the backup vocals, or who did the?
Sting.
Sting. Yeah. Happy birthday today, Casey.
You knew he had to interject himself in there, because didn't Michael Jackson do the backup on Somebody's Watching Me with what was that guy's name?
Golly,
the guy is so bad.
Yeah.
And then for some reason that guy puts on an English accent in the middle
What's my hair?
Brush my hair.
Golly, it's one word.
It is one word, and it's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not. But you know why? I mean, he was like his cousin or something.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson, as a favor, did the backup vote. Somebody, it crazy.
And I have no privacy.
And I have no. Who's watching me now? The IRS. Yeah, Rockwell.
Rockwell. They probably need to watch him now, because
I think he was like Barry Gordy's nephew or son or something. Okay. That's the only reason he actually got a contract. Casey Affleck, Porter Wagner, or Buck Owens? Which one?
Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck, born in 1975, 50 today. The younger brother of Ben. Good Will Hunting, Ocean's 11, Gone Baby Gone. Never seen it, but
good.
I heard it's a pretty good.
That's good.
Movie. Interstellar.
Never saw it.
You never saw that one?
No, because
it's weird.
I kept hearing about how it takes too long.
It does take
long.
I can't. How about Oppenheimer? Did you see that?
I hadn't seen that yet.
I haven't either, but I heard it's really good.
Don't tell me how it ends.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. We appreciate you all being with us. Join us next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. He is Luke Robinson. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
The Honda Summer Event is going on now at Sarah Honda in Sylacauga. Hit the road with the hottest ride. Plus, every vehicle we offer comes with a Sarah Promise, like a new 2025 Honda Civic Sedan, lease for $289 a month, or a new 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, lease for $369 a month, or like a 2025 Ridgeline, lease for $359 a month. Your ultimate summer wheels await at Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAV Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/HeartRussell.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.